What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Southern University Quarterback Club. It's your boy Al,
It's Catrice.
And BJ Jones.
and we coming here with you today with another interview. Today we got Dr. Kedric Taylor, Southern University band director. Dr. Kedric Taylor, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain. Just blessed to be here. So it's one of the things you can definitely say it's good to be here.
Well, look, we thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
know you right now is a busy time for you, so we just go ask you a few questions, and we go get the rolling right now.
Okay, okay.
Yes, so Dr. Taylor, please tell us, how did you first become passionate about music and know that you wanted it to pursue it as a career as well?
I guess it started in my childhood. My whole entire family was in music, some type of music, whether it was singing, instrumental. My mom sings, my dad he sings. All my siblings played in the band. My brother came to Southern University before I did, and he wrote "Talking Outside Your Neck" for the band as a junior in college. And I mean, it was just like a dream come true to actually march in this band, because when you see this band, a lot of people don't think that they can make it, and they can't. So when you do get that opportunity, man, you got to take advantage of it and cherish that moment.
No, for sure. Okay, and like, how did you choose what instrument you played?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of the people that, I got to be honest about it. So, I was a kid. I wanted to play drums because that's every kid's dream. The easiest thing for a man that looks masculine to pick up some sticks and just start beating, right? But
Yes.
my parents told me I better get this hand-me-down trumpet. They wouldn't buy no drums, so
Yeah.
I picked it up, and I actually started playing with the trumpet like in the 5th grade. My brother had a trumpet, and when he went off to college, he left it. So I ended up playing trumpet in 6th grade, and from there the rest was history. I never put it down.
Okay. And now you have been involved with the Human Jukebox for quite some time, from playing during your time at Southern and now directing. What would you say sets the Human Jukebox apart from any other band?
The innovation, the creativity, the blueprint. Dr. Griggs put together a blueprint many years ago. And man, we just follow that blueprint, and all we do is create from that. That's why our band keeps its tradition, as well as being innovative and creative. You got to know what made the band successful back in the day, what made Southern Band great, and it's the blueprint that we've been following for many years. And only way you mess that blueprint up is if you don't know how to read and follow directions.
For sure. Now, you already talked about the blueprint, and of course, everybody already know the Human Jukebox is unmatched. So in terms of when it comes to finding the songs, formations, and all of those things, can you just talk about how you all come about that?
For us, man, it's not easy. We've done a lot. We've done a lot over the years. People have seen us do the stars. They've seen us do the circles. They've seen us do pretty much every shape you can think of, right?
Right.
Halftime score.
Halftime scores.
That's my favorite right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's like it's even better when you're winning.
For sure.
So, we just trying to find more ways to entertain the crowd. That's what it's about. Dr. Griggs would always say, you got to educate, then entertain. And when the times change, you got to move with those times. You can't stay the same. So I definitely would say for us, making up formations and coming up with new designs and coming up with new songs to play when there's nothing out new to play, we still have to find that medium to go with our crowd, because we have a much older crowd that's been following the Jaguar Nation for many years. And so we got a set of new students that come on the campus, and they want to hear the new latest and greatest. And you got the old school want to hear the older version.
Whiskey.
Whiskey. But guess what? Whiskey is interchangeable because the young folks like it too. They don't even know what a whiskey is, but they love it.
Well, Ken, I know, being, at Southern, one of the first things that we did when the schedule, came out, as a football player, we kind of looked at the schedule and kind of looked, who do we have, week to week. And for me, it was always big to, when do we have, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, because that meant, I had opportunity to go back home and play in front of the home fans. Is that kind of the same position you kind of sit in also with this opening, week, football wise in Montgomery, Alabama? You get a chance to go back home, Montgomery, Alabama, not too far from Mobile. Did that kind of create some excitement for you?
Man, I don't even think about it like that. I mean, we properly playing. I'll say that we properly playing, and our opponent. We don't take nobody lightly. A lot of people say, well, that's just somebody. That's just so and so. We don't think like that. And as far as like playing in your city, in your hometown, it's always good to go back to your hometown and see your people and everything. But it's business for us. We got to handle the business. No matter where we are, we can go in our backyard. We got to handle the business. No matter where we go. So, but it's enjoyable to go back and see familiar faces. But I've been in Louisiana probably more years than I've been in Mobile, so it's kind of interchangeable. They both coincide together. But I love going back. I love going back and see a lot of my people. So it's definitely a great experience, especially for the people that move like to Georgia, that it's not a far commute for them to get to Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing.
No,
So, Dr. Taylor, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, Dr. Taylor, you've marched and directed under several different band directors and worked with many others. Who would you say was more influential to you coming up marching, and then also during your assistant director days?
All of them. Dr. Griggs, I mean, you can't say enough about Dr. Griggs. One thing that I could tell people about Dr. Griggs was a showmanship. He was a politician. He was a networker. He was a marketer. He marketed and branded this band program so much. We were like light years ahead of our HBCUs. Like, and a lot of people don't like to say, but and this is no disrespect, but Grambling band got noticed because football was winning at the time with Coach Eddie Robinson, and they were on a platform to where they were able to see their band. Many people didn't know about the Southern University band based on the platform we were on, right? Once they started seeing Dr. Griggs perform different places, man, the legendary took the band to a whole nother level. Like, he made that excitement. He knew what people wanted to see. What's something that make any fan that comes to a football game stay and sit in their seat at halftime? And he got that down to a science. So that music part, he knew exactly what was going to get the crowd going. Like, he knew, like, the band a lot of times didn't want to play a lot of stuff. But Dr. Griggs said, look, we're going to play this. And we're going to do it just like this. And we would go do it, and the people would go crazy. And he'll come back, what I told you, what I say. And then he's like, well, right. So we learned that we don't always know. Trust your leader. Trust in your leader. And he had so many quotes. And I find myself saying all of them, because I understand them much better now. Every quote he gave us was a life lesson. And he would always end, if someone was messed up, he would always say, it's going to be all right. And I at the time, we were like, Doc, this is messed up. But it always ended up being all right. So I said to this day, even when life hits you hard, it's going to be all right. Because the Bible clearly says, that you might go through things, but the victory is already won. So I believe that those quotes are interchangeable, not with just band, not with just sports, but just life in general. So those life lessons that he taught us has carried on through the program and continued to help us to continue to keep going forward. Like, even when we were hit with COVID, a lot of students was out. Like, we were missing 40 and 50 students. Nobody ever knew because we never missed a beat. I told the students, I say, hey, trust me. Just continue to trust me. And then I said, man, look, follow me. I promise you. You just listen. We're going to be fine. And I'm going to be honest. In my mind, I was like, man, what in the world are we going to do? I had to trust my own self. So I'm just saying, like, the quotes that he gave us, it was always okay. Lawrence Jackson, I can call him right now. and he'll gonna give me some advice. He gonna tell me, don't worry about it, because it's gonna be overwhelming doing certain things. But he would always say, hey man, you're gonna be fine. You got this. You know everything to do. And man, Mr. Jackson was like he was the hype man of the staff. Like he was gonna have us with the latest and greatest. And you know, Cornell Knighton was music extraordinaire. Like being under Mr. Knighton, like you know, he was a stickler for being precise, right on. Like he didn't like it half off. And the way he rehearsed the band, oh man, when you take all of that, they created an animal. We had a very, very diverse staff. And so that's what made the Southern University band over the years, even before that. Like you can call the former directors who even wasn't even here then. Like I talked to Paul Adams all the time. Like, and he went to Jackson State and turned their program around when he left. I ain't gonna say what happened, but it was different.
So, kid, you've had some. I'm person. I am not a bandiologist, but I am a fan of the Human Jukebox, and you've had some killer arrangements, man. 2015, I Can't Lose. 2017, I Be Dreaming. 2018, I Love the Lord. 2019, Maybach Music. Man, you always come with something, man. When you arrange these songs, man, do you know it when you arrange it? Like, hey, man, when they hear this one, or is it one of those kind of let's wait and see and kind of see what happens?
I feel like every song is for somebody. Man, nobody would never believe it, but man, before I put one note on the paper, I believe music is powerful. And I actually pray before I write a note, because man, you don't know how powerful music is. It can save people's life. So I don't never want to sound super spiritual, but life is hard, man. And music is one of those things that bring us all together. Whether it's for graduation, you got to have music, no matter what. And though it might be secular, it's a feeling. It's a feeling that you get. That's why it's important to monitor what people listen to, because man, that stuff get in your spirit, and you wonder why they feel defeated. It's the type of music you listen to. So anytime I write, I want to write something that uplift someone, that it touched their heart, that it touched their mind, that it touched their soul. So I get my rocks off in the band hall, man. When I'm rehearsing it, the students wondering like why I'm screaming. I'm screaming to the top of my lungs, like yes, because I feel it. You never know how good it's gonna come out until that band start playing in the band room. So when the fans hear it, I've been already got mine off. So
we got some comments. We got some comments in the chat. They brought up some more classic arrangements by Kedric Taylor. Don't disturb this groove.
Oh yeah,
I remember that one, boy.
I remember that. That was a good one.
So, Dr. Taylor, do you have? Oh, wait, I'm gonna go one second. I'm sorry, Dr. Taylor. So, under your direction, do you have like a favorite performance or anything like that the Human Jukebox has done that like stands out to you?
A halftime show that stood out to me, definitely was when we did our tribute to Dr. Griggs, because he meant so much to me. A lot of people say they knew Doc. A lot of people say that they were around Doc, but Doc used to come to my high school. He was there for my first band performance. He was there when we did our concert, and he was in the audience hollering, so I knew we were playing, sounding good. So to do a tribute to the legendary, we performed. My high school came and performed for halftime at Southern. Doc was there. I called him up, and even up until his last time, being on campus, my band was performing there, and he came and supported. And even when we did alumni band, man, he was there. So he was very instrumental in my tenure here. So when it comes to things like that, man, the legendary, it was close to my heart with that performance, So to spell his name on the field, just to be able to pay homage to him, like he put so much into this university. Like he was here. Like I'll be in his office, it's 8, 9 o'clock at night in the spring, like not even in the fall, but in the spring. So he loved this band. He loved Southern University, so it was that show right there was like phenomenal, right? To me.
Yeah.
Another show was when we went perform for the Lakers. Nobody never did a halftime show on the Lakers court. And what was so special about it was Kobe Bryant and his daughter was there. Like Kobe spoke to the students, like we got to meet him. Like that was like second to none, right?
Yeah.
You don't get that experience. And like I told the students, they were like, let's get pictures. I like, man, sometimes you just gotta live in moments.
Right.
You know, pictures and videos, man, you'll never get that feeling again by actually being in the moment. Every moment ain't meant to capture. You know what I'm saying? Like today time, everybody trying to film and you missing the real feeling that you're gonna get by actually living in that moment. So that moment for me was legendary. Like to see Kobe Bryant and Lakers arena, like we the only band that played on that court. So hey, that's something big, right?
For sure. Yes.
So, Dr. Taylor, we can hear the band in the background rehearsing right now.
Yeah.
So, can you take us kind of step by step or give us a summary of what it takes to prepare for the season, as far as when the freshmen come in and when the upperclassmen report and up to that first game day?
So we bring our freshmen in first to kind of learn our style, because you get students from all over, man. We got students from all across the United States, even students out of the country that come here to Southern University, and we bring all of them here, teach them our style for a week, and once they catch the like basics things, then we bring the upperclassmen in and mix the band together. And once we mix the band together, you know, we start doing our new stuff, what we're gonna do for our show. This year, I didn't mess up, but I accepted the engagement after we started camp. Well, after we started the time that we were supposed to. So it was funny because we only got 10 days before our first performance as a full group. You know, so a lot of the people were like wondering, like, you know, what are y'all gonna do? 10 days, that's like no time. But when you know the blueprint, you know how to make it happen. So usually we have about 4 weeks before we actually put all of this stuff together, but we only really have like 10 days since we joined the bands together. So it's been exciting. Some of the students, you know, they worn down really. It's like rigorous. It's because we have so many hours. You have to do the physical part as well as the playing part. And you got to still think about the mental capacity, like retaining so much information. Man, we already done went over probably like close to 30 songs within upperclassmen been here, what, today, Wednesday. They only been here 3 days.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, wow. Not only like you follow up after that one, man. One thing I can say, kid, is that a band director told me this. He said it's two bands that you can close your eyes and if you hear them play, you know that's them, and everyone else sounds like a branch off copy of them. He's saying that's gonna be Southern and FAMU. For the Human Jukebox to be talked about in such high regard, how does it feel? Do you have to pinch yourself sometime when you wake up and just realize I'm the director of bands, I'm the director of the Human Jukebox? Has it really hit you yet?
It hit me every time I direct. When I get ready to direct in front of it's kind of weird when they call my name over the PA system, be like the Southern University director of bands. It's really like, woo, wow. And I just got a big smile on my face. And the students don't know why I'm smiling. They think I'm laughing because they call my name, but it's like chills go through your body, you know? It's humbling, man. Like, I don't think people realize it. Man, you could be here today and gone tomorrow. So, like, to have that opportunity to be here, to direct so many students, like, I'm big on pouring into the students. I'm big on making sure that our students learn when they come in, not just to have them perform in a band and go home. We put so many things in place for retention, to retain our students. And all I'm gonna say is everybody better be on notice. That's all I'm gonna say.
I seen the messages on I seen the posts on Facebook. I know what that means. I got my head on tight.
I'm glad there wasn't no wigs because we would have split it. Oh
yes,
man, but no. Go ahead.
Oh no, Dr. Towns just gonna ask. So we have Alabama State coming up in the next couple of weeks. What can we expect from the Human Jukebox?
A lot of excitement. The students are excited. For me, it's all about the people. Like I tell the students, man, these people gonna feed off of you all. If we come with the fire already, man, people just gonna they gonna feed off us. We got to come with the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like so, everybody depend on the Human Jukebox, and I always take pride in that because I was like, hey guys, sometimes I have to tell the fam like, hey man, the Saints don't have a band.
Right.
Like they want the students that we robots in the stands, but I understand it. That's the culture here at HBCUs. We're gonna come with the fire. Like the students are very, very, very excited. They ready to play, but I definitely tell you, we're gonna put on a show. And that's one of the things that I've been preaching all summer. We have to put on the show. You can't just be the same generic brand that everybody think that we're gonna be. We gotta put on the show. Got to be entertaining, innovative, and creative in our approach. And so the staff been working extremely hard. I can't say enough about the guys that work with this program. They don't complain. They just come in here and they just be ready to work. And then the students, they gravitate to it because it starts at the top.
Mm-hmm.
If they see me slack, they gonna what slack. So I never let them see me slack. Never. If I mess up, I say, look, I'm gonna do some push-ups or I'm gonna run. I'm gonna get out there and do it with them. So I did the whole workout process with them. They couldn't say nothing. They had to, get it in. I was like, hey, we getting in together. A championship football team, they train hard. It don't just start when it's time to go, play. It starts in the beginning. So it's gonna be all right. I definitely will tell you, expect some excitement. You gonna be there?
I definitely.
I'm trying to make my way there. Yeah.
So Doc, we got a performance in Houston coming up. I think next week, right? So is there any other performances outside of the football season that you can tell the Jaguar Nation about?
Yeah, man. We're gonna be at Fan Day this Saturday. So definitely get a preview of the band at Fan Day this Saturday. We got a lot of little other small engagements that leading up to this week. We played this morning for orientation, the new freshmen on campus. So I went in there trying to get them ready to cheer. I was like, hey, don't come here looking cute. If you're going to look cute, don't sit with us.
Right.
Hey, it got to be like church. I can't have somebody sitting on side of me don't want to clap with me. Don't be looking at me clap with me.
Yes.
So that's how we got to be. And we got, I think if we set that atmosphere like that, people just gonna get in line. But if we come to the game thinking that we got our Sunday's best on, you ain't gonna want to cheer. But I guarantee you come out there with your Sunday's best on in this heat.
You gonna be sweating.
Jaguar t-shirt.
Right.
Jaguar t-shirt and some shorts.
So
we really coming with ready to fire it up.
That's good, and we always expect that. We always excited about the Human Jukebox. So for any person in high school right now watching, what advice can you give them if they're interested in joining the Human Jukebox eventually?
Man, I would definitely say learn how to play your instrument. Learn the fundamentals. It's the same with everything else. You can't shortcut success, right? Everybody wants that instant success, but there's no such thing as instant success. What you put in is what you're gonna get out. A lot of times we try to find ways to short our way to get to the top, but man, you can't do that. It's what you put in, what you're gonna get out. So I would definitely say the basic fundamentals: having a good tone, scales, the learning how to read. You can't Nick Cannon your way to a scholarship here at Southern University. You gotta know how to read. So I don't want that to be a fantasy for a lot of students because a lot of people don't understand. Like, man, we don't base talent off of right here in just Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We base our talent off of what the world is doing. And we have a lot of musicians here. A lot of people don't know how great these students really play. They really can play. Like, we've put them on stages with professionals and they know how to blend in with those professionals. So we're trying to set them up for when they leave Southern, not just to use them here and then, send them on their way. We're trying to create opportunities. Like when Fantasia came to the band room, she was like, man, y'all sound like a symphony in here. She just got excited. Like, if your band is not good, no professional would ever want to perform with you. But we
Correct.
got a lot of. We did a video with Lizzo. Come on now, what band you seen do that?
Nobody.
Exactly. So you have to know how to play, and that's the key thing to being at Southern University. It don't matter how much you think how good you think you are. People gonna judge you based on what you do, not what you say. Because we like to talk a lot about what we can do and all this stuff, but actions are definitely speaking louder than words here in this band room. When you hear this band play, you know they can play. We play. That's why we're the jukebox, baby. We play anything. Now,
Period.
I will say this: don't stick no quarter now. We need more than a quarter.
I
Cash
I
Money
think
got
some
down. Y'all better. Hey, don't put no quarter in there. Like we won't put a quarter in the jukebox. No, we don't take no more quarters.
I think I think somebody mentioned earlier about donating $1,000 if you let one of the fans pick or something like that. That could be
Oh,
a good initiative down the road or whatnot.
yes, a lot of fans gonna be mad at us too. you know, they, usually when people request songs, it be their favorite song.
Right. So one of the comments in the comment section is asking, what's the best way for the Jag Nation to financially support the Human Jukebox?
Man, that's a great question. We actually have a way that you can give, and it goes directly to our band account through our foundation account. So we have ways that you can give, and I would have to give you the link so people could donate. A lot of people think that we have like just a whole lot of money just floating around, but man, they don't realize it's expensive to move this band. It's expensive to travel. Tuition. These students got tuition. We have a fairly large band, and I would say about 70 to 80 students are on scholarship, and it's not even full scholarships. It costs a lot of money to run a band of this magnitude, but a lot of students come just because they love Southern University. They are not here because they getting paid a lot of money. They're here because they want to be in this program and they really love it. Like you would be amazed of the other students from other universities in the band programs, and they like, man, we really want to be at Southern. Even people drum majors. If I ever heard my drum major tell another band director that I want to be at, oh man, y'all think I'm all man, I just couldn't imagine it, but it's a pride thing for us. Like, you don't hear students from Southern saying I want to transfer somewhere else. But a lot of students from other schools say they want to come to Southern University. But it takes a lot of money to make those things happen. And the kid was like, this school gave me a full scholarship. So it's like I just took that money. So I understand. Mm-hmm. But me, money don't bring you happiness. So I'm like, I'm glad I came to Southern University.
Mm-hmm.
Well, definitely shoot us that link, Doc. We one thing about it, man, we got a lot of Jaguars that want to give, and the Human Jukebox, man, it's one of the front doors to the university. I mean, I think the first time I saw the Human Jukebox, 1995, Mobile, Alabama, and I was just like, wow. And it's killing, man. It's the killer part about it, man. I see you guys, man, every week, and every week it's still the same effect. Wow. You know what I mean? It didn't change. So definitely, man, we'll make sure, man, we get that link out, man, and make sure you guys get the support that you guys need and definitely deserve, man. Best marching band on planet Earth, in my opinion. So
thanks.
Most definitely. I mean, like I said, I tell the students that all the time. We might not be somebody's favorite band, but we're definitely in the conversation.
we got another question for you too, Doc. This one's coming from my boy Kedric Gibson. He said, "Can we bring back Swamp for on turnovers and big downs?" With that was one of my favorites. I can't lie, I hate Little Swamp.
What's that?
But yeah, man, they want to hear Swamp, man. Yeah, man.
We playing that Dog Day D now, so we trying to do something a little different this year. I got the guys putting some stuff together to where we can kind of move with the time, because when I was in band, you could play when you want it. Somebody be right in front of you with the ball. Man, we lighten it up. But now times have changed. When they break the huddle, we got to stop playing. And I think a lot of the fans don't even know the rules. And that's why, like, when they get on the PA system, say, "Bands, can you please stop playing?" you can't play when the team. So with hurry up offense, it make it hard for us to play because if they speeding up to the line and you up there playing, it's like the other coach mad because they hiking the ball and they players can't hear it. So we're trying to figure it out how we can squeeze some stuff in between in the little seconds to keep everybody engaged. So we're trying to figure that part out. But I don't know, with our offense, I don't know.
It's gonna be tough.
They ain't holding up. They already at the line, so you can't play.
Hey Doc, I don't think nobody else want to get on the PA system and tell you not to play no more. I think we done learned our lesson about what happened when you do that.
That's when I have my hat on. I could, I don't know it was me. You gonna give it away. Nah, but man, we try to follow the rules, but man, sometimes that's why I don't like the some of the games where they have a script when it's a certain time. Like we might score a touchdown, but it's not our time to play. I'm like, but we used to play we scored a touchdown, but I know those TV games is different. So we have to adjust to the rules. But the fans looking at us like, why y'all not playing? I'm like, hey, ask the lady with the headset. Like, you think we practice all week to come in here and not play? We can play the whole game and still have songs left. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we definitely want to play, but there are certain times we can and cannot play.
Okay. Catrice, you got anything?
No, I've asked all my questions. Thank you so much, Dr. Taylor, for taking your time out with us.
Thank you all for having me. It really, this was probably like one of the great things about today, being able to come on here and laugh. But man, we've been in camp all day. Like I said, we got some stuff we got to do tomorrow. We're shooting a little video. So man, we got a lot. We rolling while in camp. So the students are working around the clock. One of the students asked me today, he's like, Dr. Taylor, we're gonna get a break today. And I said, I'm gonna give you all a break eventually. But we definitely looking forward to it though. I promise you. They working hard, and guess what? Hard work pays off in the end. That's what I keep telling them. No matter, we don't practice for hours, we practice for results. A lot of people just want to sit there and waste time. That's not me. My time is valuable, and I know your time is. So I'm not gonna waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time. So we get right to it. So thank you all again, man, for having us. We're gonna get out here and I'm gonna go outside because I hear them going out the back door, getting ready to go to the field. So I want to make sure this show together so we can make sure we ready for next week. Man, y'all make sure y'all come out and support. It don't be enough Jaguars in Houston, but they do come to see Southern Band. Now if they make a mistake and put us before last, that's on them. If everybody leave after we come off the field, that's on them.
Right.
Right.
Well, Catrice and I. Go ahead.
No, I will say this, man. They got some really nice bands going to be there. So it's going to be exciting, with the directors that's coming. Florida A&M will be there. And they actually coming a month for this year. We heard what y'all said, Florida A&M. We got a welcome to the swag package for y'all when y'all come.
Oh, yeah. They need to be put in their place.
Ran out last year. Like, man, come on. Why you going to say that in the halftime show?
Mm-hmm. We got something for them, especially when they cross that hump.
Oh, yeah. If they cross that hump. Nah, it's all in fun. We're going to be all right, man. I love Dr. Chipman and that entire staff. But it is, all gas, no brakes.
Yes, sir. That's what we need. We appreciate having you. Once again, we look forward to seeing you this season. First performance. Well, I guess first big performance next week in Houston at the National Battle of the Bands.
Okay.
Everybody, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like the stream, share it, send it to your grandmother, sister, brother, your high school band director, and SU band director, so he can send it out.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We will be
follow us.
Follow them on Instagram for sure. I think SU Human Jukebox _ Human Jukebox on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're on Facebook too. Just search it up; it'll pop right up. We will be doing more interviews coming up, so make sure y'all subscribe and look out for us. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye, y'all.
Good night.